As the Chicago Bears inch closer to the start of training camp, one thing is clear. There's still a gaping hole at a critical position. Despite a busy offseason and a promising young core, the Bears are staring at a familiar issue that's haunted them for years: an inconsistent pass rush. While Montez Sweat holds things down as the clear leader on the edge, the rest of the unit remains a question mark. And that's putting it gently. Chicago still has two big names to consider on the free agent market: Za'Darius Smith and Jadeveon Clowney. Smith, known for his steady pass-rushing ability, offers consistency off the edge, but lacks elite run defense. Clowney, on the other hand, is a much more dependable presence in stopping the run, though he tends to disappear during key passing downs. It's a classic case of choosing between two good but flawed veterans, both of whom still have something to offer. What complicates matters is the current health and readiness of the Bears' young defenders. There have been rumors that Dayo Odeyingbo, expected to be a solid rotational piece, was nursing an injury during OTAs. If true, this raises concerns not only about depth, but about immediate impact. Dominique Robinson hasn't made enough of a leap, and rookie Austin Booker has been quiet this offseason. When spring practices pass by without buzz around a young pass rusher, it can be a troubling sign, especially when expectations were high. It's not a stretch to say that Chicago must make a move. Whether it's Smith's refined technique or Clowney's brute strength, the Bears need another piece to help elevate their defensive front. In a division now stacked with offensive firepower, particularly the explosive units in Detroit and Green Bay, standing pat isn't an option. Historically, the Bears have always relied on a strong front seven to carry the defense. From the days of Richard Dent and Dan Hampton to more recent names like Julius Peppers and Khalil Mack, pass rush has been Chicago's identity. But in the post-Mack era, the team has struggled to find its anchor off the edge. Adding either Smith or Clowney wouldn't just fill a need, it could re-establish a defensive tone that's been missing. The financials also make sense. Both veterans are at a point in their careers where they understand they might not get a massive payday. A one-year deal with incentives could be appealing to both sides. For the Bears, it's a low-risk move with potentially high reward. For the players, it's a chance to prove they still belong in a league that's always looking for youth. The pressure to fix this issue isn't just about stats. It's about setting up Caleb Williams and the offense for success. You can't expect a rookie quarterback to shine if he's constantly playing from behind due to a defense that can't get stops. The Bears need to disrupt opposing quarterbacks and win in the trenches. Signing an established edge rusher might be the final piece of that puzzle. Mid-camp concerns and the veteran WR market. Before we continue with the latest Bears updates, take a second to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a beat on all things Chicago Bears. We're covering everything from camp buzz to breaking roster moves, and you won't want to be left out. Now, let's shift gears to the offensive side of the ball, specifically the wide receiver room. The Bears went into the offseason with a strong commitment to Caleb Williams, and they surrounded him with solid weapons. Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, and Luther Burden are expected to form a dynamic trio. However, with Burden missing all of the offseason program due to a soft tissue injury, concerns are creeping in. Can he catch up quickly enough during training camp to earn significant snaps? This uncertainty has reopened the door, just slightly, for a potential reunion with veteran receiver Keenan Allen. Allen remains unsigned, and while many thought the Bears closed that chapter after drafting Burden, it's hard to ignore the chemistry he shares with Caleb. Allen mentored him during his rookie season, and their bond extends beyond the field. If training camp rolls around and Burden isn't fully up to speed, Allen on a low-cost deal could make perfect sense. Keenan Allen offers something no rookie can: trust. He understands timing routes, red zone reads, and how to find soft spots in zone coverage. He may not have the burst he once did, but he has the mind of a quarterback on the field. For a young quarterback like Caleb, who's adjusting to the NFL's speed and complexity, Allen would be a stabilizing force, Amari Cooper is another veteran still available, but compared to Allen, Cooper's decline has been more noticeable. After a disappointing stint in Buffalo following a trade from Cleveland, Cooper failed to impress, dropping passes and struggling to find his place. Allen, while no longer elite, brings reliability, route precision, and a familiarity with the Bears' offense. Still, Bears management isn't likely to make a panic move, but don't be surprised if Allen's name comes back into the conversation if Burden's recovery stalls or if the slot position lacks stability heading into the second half of training camp. Depth is another reason to keep an eye on this situation. Injuries are inevitable. If any of the top 3 receivers go down, the Bears could find themselves relying on unproven players in critical situations. Signing Allen or even Cooper, on team-friendly deals, could be an insurance policy that pays off in the long run. Of course, all of this assumes that Allen and Cooper are open to a reduced role. For Allen, the draw might be helping Caleb reach his full potential. For Cooper, it could be about proving he still has something left in the tank. Either way, it's a situation worth monitoring as the Bears head into camp. Quiet depth moves could define the season. Beyond the headlines, there are several under-the-radar free agents who could quietly reshape this roster if the Bears choose to bring them in. Championship teams are built not just on stars, but on the strength of their depth. With that in mind, let's explore a few names who could make an impact. Safety. Julian Blackmon is one such name. He's experienced, versatile, and just might be available at a reasonable price. With Jaquan Brisker dealing with lingering concussion concerns and Kevin Byard aging, Blackmon could sneak into a rotational or even starting role. And don't forget, he played at Utah with Jalen Johnson, giving him a built-in connection that might ease his transition. Blackmon offers range and ball skills, something the Bears have lacked at times in the secondary. He's also physical enough to contribute against the run. If he doesn't land a guaranteed starting job elsewhere, Chicago could offer the kind of opportunity that leads to a long-term fit. With both starting safeties on expiring contracts, this could be a smart, future-proofing move. Then there's Brandon Scherff. Yes, he's aging, but with over a decade of experience and multiple Pro Bowl nods, Scherff could be invaluable as a veteran backup along the interior offensive line. Injuries happen. If someone like Jonah Jackson goes down, would you trust a 6th-round rookie or an unproven backup? That's a tough gamble. Scherff's experience could bridge the gap and offer peace of mind. Scherff has played in big games and knows what it takes to prepare week in and week out. Even if he never takes a starting snap, his presence in the locker room could elevate the maturity and preparation of younger linemen. It's a move that may not grab headlines, but could make all the difference come December. Last but not least, linebacker depth remains a concern. While Tremaine Edmunds and T.J. Edwards headline the group, the Bears could benefit from a third capable veteran. Enter Kyzir White. With 2.5 sacks, 4 interceptions, and 7 pass breakups over the past 2 seasons, White is the perfect blend of versatility and experience. He's played both as a starter and rotational piece and can step up in a pinch. He's the type of player that allows a defensive coordinator to be creative. Want to play some 3-3-5 looks? White can cover. Need a guy to spy a mobile quarterback? White can do that too. If rookie Noah Sewell or other depth players falter, White would be a logical addition. His resume shows he's a plug-and-play option who can step in without disrupting the scheme. In summary, the Bears don't need to make splashy moves to solidify their roster, but they do need to be proactive. Whether it's fortifying the pass rush with Smith or Clowney, giving Caleb Williams a familiar face at wideout, or quietly adding veteran insurance on the back end, the Bears must make the right marginal moves to turn a solid roster into a serious playoff contender. There are still plenty of dominoes left to fall before Week 1, but one thing is certain: the Bears front office needs to stay aggressive. Stay locked in, Bears fans. The next few weeks could define the entire season.